All right, let's talk about something that affects pretty much all of us. What really makes people happy at work? We all think we know the answer, but you know what? The truth is actually pretty surprising. So let's get into it.
This is the big one, right? It's the go-to assumption. If you want a team that's fired up and happy, you pay them more. It makes sense on the surface, feels like an easy fix. But is it really the whole story, or is there something deeper going on? To really dig into this, we're going to follow the story of a car rental manager, Yolanda. She went to this management course and stumbled upon the work of a researcher named Frederick Herzberg, who had spent years studying this exact question. And honestly, what she learned completely flipped her whole perspective on motivation. So the first thing Yolanda discovered was kind of weird. It was this whole set of factors that, well, they don't actually create happiness or satisfaction at all. Nope. Their only job is to prevent unhappiness. It's a subtle difference, I know, but it is absolutely critical. Hertzberg gave these a name, hygiene factors. And the best way to think about them is like, say, the plumbing or the heat in your house. You don't wake up every morning and think, wow, I am so happy the toilet is flushing today, right? Of course not. But you can bet if it suddenly stopped working, you'd be pretty unhappy pretty fast. That's exactly how these things work on the job. So, what are we talking about here? Well, it's the stuff that makes up the environment of your job. Things like your boss, the company's rules, your office space, and yeah, your salary is in here too. It also includes getting along with your coworkers and feeling like your job is secure. When these things are bad, people are miserable. But, and this is the kicker, even when they are great, they don't make people happy. They just bring them to a neutral, not dissatisfied starting point. That's it. Okay, so if none of that stuff actually makes you happy, what does? This is what Yolanda found out next. And this is the exciting part. These are the things that actually build real deep satisfaction and drive people to do great work. Hertzberg called this second set motivator factors. And unlike those hygiene factors that just prevent pain, these are the things that bring the joy. They spark engagement. They create that genuine desire to do a fantastic job. This is the stuff that makes you want to go the extra mile, not because you have to, but because you actually want to. So what are these magic motivators? Well, it's that feeling of achievement when you nail a tough project. It's getting recognized for your hard work. It's when the work itself is genuinely interesting and feels like it matters. It's having real responsibility, seeing a path to move up, and feeling like you're actually growing as a person. Do you see the pattern here? All of these are built into the work you do, not the environment around you. So what we really have here are two totally different sides of the coin. You've got hygiene factors on one side, which are all about the context of the job, the environment. Get them right, and people stop complaining. Then, on the other side, you have motivator factors, which are all about the content of the job, the work itself. And getting these right is what truly lights people up. And this really gets to the heart of it. Job satisfaction and job dissatisfaction, they aren't opposites. They're not two ends of the same scale. They are two separate scales. Fixing the bad stuff, the hygiene factors, just moves an employee from dissatisfied to not dissatisfied. That's it. To actually get them to satisfied, you have to bring in the motivators. Now, back at her course, Yolanda made a really cool connection. She linked this whole theory to a more modern and incredibly powerful management idea that basically brings these motivator factors to life. And that big idea is empowerment. Now, I know, it can sound like just another corporate buzzword, but it's really about one simple thing: trust. Instead of every little decision having to go up the chain of command and back down, you give the authority to the people on the front lines, the ones who are actually closest to the customers and the problems. It means managers have to learn to let go. And think about how this works in practice. When you delegate a real decision, when you truly trust your team, you are directly fueling those motivators we just talked about. You're giving them more responsibility, check. You're creating a chance for them to feel a sense of achievement, check. You're showing them that you recognize their skills and trust their judgment, double check. See, empowerment isn't just a feel-good idea. It's a direct action plan for boosting motivation. So let's pull all this together into a clear blueprint. We started out asking a simple question: is more money the secret to a happy team? And what we found is a much richer and, frankly, a much more human answer. So here it is, the big takeaway. Salary, job security, good working conditions, all those hygiene factors, they are absolutely essential. They're the foundation. They stop people from being miserable and looking for another job. But
If you want them to be truly engaged, to love what they do, and to bring their absolute best to work every day, you have to focus on the motivators: responsibility, recognition, achievement, and growth.
And that leaves us with a final question for you to think about. Whether you're a manager or you're just thinking about your own career, what's one motivator you could focus on starting this week? Could you give a teammate a new challenge? Could you make a point to publicly recognize someone's amazing work? Or maybe find a way to grow your own skills? The power to create real job satisfaction might be a lot closer than you think.